Hang on, 8436572. What was that? Was that an Amazon truck? Okay. Bomb sniffing Rottweiler. Let's put the commuter together. This is gonna be awesome. Last couple things I need here. Points and condenser, and yes, I'm thinking positively. I know some of you guys are going, Fram, they're made out of dog droppings. Well, it's only gonna be on there for a while. It should last, I don't know, a week. Got a little critter here who wants to work on the Mercury too. Okay, while working on a car as it sits on a trailer does help you out in certain ways. In other ways, it absolutely does not. I'm straddling the front tongue portion of the trailer right now. The two things I got in the mail right here, points and condenser, very easy to install and not even necessarily something I think you guys need to see because, you know, everybody does that. Take off your rotor button. Find the one screwdriver I have hidden out here among the other things. Here's screwdriver. I'm back. Now to straddle the tongue again, which sounds absolutely inappropriate. Undo the condenser, make sure the battery's disconnected first, because a condenser will light you up and these little screws will want to go flying. So make sure you put those in a very safe area. There's 3 of them, standard. Little bitty short critters. You're gonna see it's so quick to change out points and condenser. Oh, I forgot about that little ground wire thing on the side there. It's a 5/16, I believe. This looks like a 5/16. It is. What are the chances? I've had a lot of comments and questions asking about various cars I've gone to check out and their current status, what's happened, did I buy them, that kind of stuff. And the answer to that is I have a couple of things that are just kind of up in the air. Those points, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's kind of hard to tell if they're good or bad. But I checked yesterday, and the test I performed yesterday showed that I was getting fire to the points, but then I tried to get fire down by the don't you hate when they put small pieces of tape on the box? Yeah. Die, you gravy sucking. Anyway, I have no idea what I was talking about. I have a condenser though. Do it look like the other one? It do. Suddenly my body says you've also been standing on those metal rails for a while and your feet hurt. Goes just like that. That kind of looks like it would work if you squint. So we can put one screw back in. Man, keep a good strong hold on these things. Those little screws will go flying, my brother. We were talking about the status of some other vehicles that I've been looking at and asking about recently. First of all, the 72 Challenger that I asked about, the real cool orange one that had a lot of issues, very disassembled. Clear title, I offered a pretty low amount. She came back at a pretty high amount. And then she came back later on with something that was a little lower. So all in all, I get the impression we're gonna make this work. Anyway, we're kind of in the middle now. I told her I was gonna do a little math and kind of see how much money it would take. You know, because you have to always figure into the equation, not just how much money you're gonna give for it, but I don't like to be upside down on cars. I don't like to be that guy who, well, it was just the one I wanted so much, so I gave triple what it's supposedly worth. I'm not going to be that guy. No way. So basically, she and I are just kind of waiting it out now. I told her I'd get back with her after I did a little math to see what made sense for me. Once you start negotiating on a car, you know, it's kind of like that same thing when you, I don't know if you've ever been to an auction or not, but you can go to an auction and get yourself talked into thinking like, man, I only wanted to give X for this, but it's right there in front of me, and here's my one chance, and the next thing you know, you gave too much for the thing. So you just have to kind of pull back and think clear thoughts, man. Don't get in a hurry. We'll rotate this a notch and see if we can get it up on a lobe. Okay, that's on. Here's our big cable. Hot to the starter side of the solenoid. Perfect. The thickness of the points, see this box I was using earlier? Just tore a piece off the lid. You're going for 20 thousandths, which is extremely close to a business card. That's a little thicker than a business card. When in doubt, I guess find a business card. Wait, I could use a 20 thousandths feeler gauge too, if I don't have a business card. I spilled some kind of stuff in the garage, a liquid that was in an industrial grade mosquito sprayer. And every time I step on it with my bare feet like now, after just a few seconds, I really feel like I want to listen to some early Jefferson Airplane or maybe Doors or something. Here's my 20 thousandths. That's about right. Anyway, so when it comes to a couple of the other deals, I have found that I kind of like to have a couple of deals just kind of simmering in the background. And that's kind of where I am now with several cars. If they contact me, great. If they don't, I realize they're busy too. I'm going to turn the key forward and see if I have a spark between those points. Because if that doesn't work, then I got some other stuff to worry about. Nothing huge, but just some troubleshooting type stuff. That on there. That on there. That on there. That's on there. Well, go in there, make sure everything's kind of stable so nothing flies into a fan or Lord knows what else. Maybe a radiator or something. Let's see what we got. That, my friend, was a cough. Got a can in the garage. Well, they said that car has been on premium since day one. I'm not going to be the one to change that. I was feeling a bit self-conscious about my Prius with a 2-gallon fuel tank, but I suddenly feel better. I'll be okay. You guys know I'm out here living it. Every time I go to or come from the house, I'm always going on a different road because I find stuff like that truck right there. Well, got one of those California style fuel containers that barely lets fuel come out the top. It doesn't even come out where it's supposed to. It leaks around the cap. What's this? That's how I put gas in. I guess I'm saving the planet while rebuilding an old Mercury. Let's see what's up here. I am guessing that the fuel pump's a bit suspect, but put more in there. Carburetor's a little wacky too. I know you're thinking, man, he sure is breathing hard, but you got to keep in mind, I'm getting on and off the trailer, hopping in the car, jumping up. It's a cardio workout. Whew. to give this one more opportunity to prime that pump. And if it doesn't stay running this time, I'm going to take that line off the fuel pump and then just run it into probably this jug. See if we can get going. Here we go. Timing feels right. And if this doesn't do it, I'm gonna hook up that fuel line to this container right here. Thanks, California, for the brilliant design. What the hell? I'm sweating. All right. This is the last time before I go in and partake in some AC. Diesel. All right, keys off. Put this on the charger for a while. Get that re-zappolating. Well, crap, I'm on my way to the Harbor Freight. I'm gonna wind up buying half that store out and spending upwards of $16, $17. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another Lone Wolf because I just need one. I'd rather be out under the hood watching everything, you know, seeing if the fuel's being delivered and stuff. So I'm gonna get that and a couple other little things. That's a pretty cool setup. It was 15 bucks. My other one has like the trigger style, you know, the normal one you're used to seeing. But Harbor Freight, long lasting, right. 100 hot circuit LED indicator. All right, I'll use that mother. Well, I made a couple of choices here to hopefully expedite some success. Put the negative cable back on real quick. And do you remember a time when you could take something out of its container without destroying the container? Those were good times. Although even if you destroy the packaging, in most cases they're obligated to take the product back. All right, so what we're going to do now, instead of having to get inside the car each and every time to get this thing ready to fire, because it's right on the edge, it'll fire for a few seconds and I want it to fire like a long time. We'll go ahead and put the hot side, boy, that is one seriously, that little clamp requires the power and torque of Zeus. Good Lord. Barely getting it open. Jeez. All right. I attached the red one to the positive side of the battery, and the black one goes to the starter side of the solenoid. See, this one has a cool little red light now. So I'm going to hop in there one time, turn the key forward, and now I'm going to go ahead and, for the good times, put a little gasoline in here again. Just let it drip out of the place it's supposed to not drip. Put a little gas in here. I'm actually going to put quite a bit in there. As usual, put the gas can far away from the engine. All right. Well, let's give it a shot, see if the button works. And I'm also going to see if this throttle, what, that thing's hard and stiff, and man, I don't believe in that. Trying to see if I can get that to just pop off there, but there we go. Now it's just up to me. All right. Really? Not working. Oh boy, the switch sure is getting hot. Wow, so's the wire. All right. Guess I'll just put that over there and let that cool off. I'll use my trusty setup here. All right, here we go. I don't think there's any fuel coming up here, but we'll give it one more shot. I wonder why that switch didn't do anything. Huh. Well, put some more fuel in here. What a beautiful design. Kind of works, but not in the way that it was intended to work. This is the last time I'm gonna see if this thing will fire up, and then I'll disconnect that fuel line there to see if it's coming up here. Man, the engine sounds really good. I mean, really good. I'll go ahead and disconnect this. That inspires confidence, man. That's just fantastic. Try to find something to stick a magnet to under the hood of something new. Ain't gonna happen. Well, there's not a whole lot of play in there. It's like metal on metal. No filter. I can relate to that. Here's how we do it. We basically see if fuel comes out of that right there. Let's get it under there so we get it on as little as possible. Yeah, there's no fuel at all. Now, I don't know if there's any gas in the car. I got to get some big freaking channel locks first, because that gas cap is smoked. Sometimes you just have to let the part know who's in charge. It's not quite a torch, which I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to use in this application, but it's these. That's gonna handle it. Die. And it's starting to look like I'm gonna have to drill the center of that out. key just broke off in there. I can't make it turn. I can't make it do anything whatsoever. It's just totally frozen by the hands of time. Look at that, man. I made that little scrape right there with the pliers. I'm just gonna get a drill bit, get inside there, but I have to really think about the plan because I will not be damaging this car. I just can't do it. Unless, of course, I change my mind. I want you guys to look at how much metal there is down there. I'm using a brass bit. I'm not gonna throw sparks, but geez, I've been twisting that thing, beating the crap out of it, using a screwdriver. It's not coming loose. Crap. Wish I knew the brand of that. I'd definitely buy another one. Good Lord, man. That's also some scrap metal right there. It's got some value to it. I'm gonna save that. But let me see here. I don't see any metal down inside there from what I just did. But I also trying to kind of see the gas tank. I guess there is one. Yeah. I'm gonna vacuum this out. Damn. I realize that often success happens right at the end of the day, and this is the end of the day, so I'm gonna crank on this a little bit, see if I can get fuel to come out of there. I put a couple gallons in. Well, no fuel coming out of there, so we now have it down to the tank or the lines or the pump. But like I said, we're out of daylight. You heard it run, so it technically does run, but I'm gonna drive it in the next video. You mark my damn words. You guys have a fantastic night, and keep in mind, we're about a month away from my trip up to the Carolinas, Virginia, West Virginia, Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana. And on those trips, I find all kinds of different cars every day. But the big difference is I let you know where they are, contact information, how much, everything I know about them, you're gonna know, and I'll upload the videos every night. So if you're looking for something specific, this is the best way I know of to find it. Man, it's hot. I'm just dripping out here. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic night. I'll see you when we have this thing running.